and welcome to MediaRealming, and this is Meghan and Heather. We are going to play the Which Disney Prince Would You Date game. And Josiah is over here gonna be asking the questions and tallying the points and all that fun, awesome stuff.
Thankless word.
We have 5 princes and princes. I can't stop saying stupid words. We have 5 princes and 2 peasants.
Each question is worth a certain amount of points for or against said prince. So we've got a list of princes. He's gonna ask a question and we're gonna say which prince we think this applies most to. Josiah's gonna tally the points at the end and tell us who we should date.
Who we should date, yes.
And these are the options.
Aladdin, Prince Philip, I love you.
Eric!
That's mine.
This is the handsome one.
I claim him for myself.
The beast.
Hopefully he changed.
Wait, we didn't put him as a
Hopefully he
human?
changed.
I don't know why we have the beast form instead of the human form. I would date this thing.
Well,
Here are the peasants
Peasant.
that are vying for Heather's hand.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, no! Not this! Oh, it's a hobo.
It's Ralph. We only have about 5 seconds. Josiah is going to stop us. We are not permitted to think too hard.
Alright, what's the first question, Josiah?
Okay. Who has the best singing voice?
I picked him already.
It's gotta be Aladdin over here.
I think I'm gonna say Philip.
Who is most likely to drop out of school?
Oh,
Okay.
gee,
Are you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Go.
Aladdin.
I don't know why I said Aladdin. Why did I say Aladdin?
I know why you said. I almost said Aladdin. I looked at Aladdin.
Actually, Maui would be a good one too.
Who is the most likely to make you laugh?
Oh, I think I know who it is.
3, 2, 1.
It is you, Dan.
It's gotta be Flynn.
Who is the most good looking? Okay.
I don't know, actually. There are different kinds of good looking, so.
But I know it's not Maui.
3, 2, 1.
Go.
I
Oh!
think I might have to say Philip.
Huh.
He's the best looking.
He's a different kind of good look. Well, not on this picture, no, but in the movie, he looked nice.
Who is the most likely to tell bad jokes?
Bad joke.
Oh my gosh.
Who's not funny?
3, 2, 1.
Go.
I say Flynn because he's the one who's gonna make me laugh the most. Thus, he's probably gonna. I think Flynn would tell me the most stupid jokes ever.
Something about Wreck-It Ralph seems like he would want to make you laugh, but his jokes would be so awful. Like,
I can see
Yeah.
that too.
dude,
Who is the most poetic?
jeepers.
Oh man,
3, 2, 1.
Go.
it's the gentleman, the one who looks like a.
Oh, did we all say Philip?
This guy, he just like he lives the 14th century, and he all spoke so fancy back then.
I walked with you once upon a dream.
Yeah.
Who is most likely to forget his keys in the car?
Get his keys.
Maui doesn't have keys.
3, 2, 1.
Go.
I just picked one.
I picked my gut instinct is what I went with this one.
He forgot who Ariel was.
Oh,
That's true.
Who is the most fun?
Fun.
Fun.
Oh man.
Honestly, he could be fun, but I'm not sure.
Go with your gut.
Okay, my first instinct is this one.
3, 2, 1.
Go. Oh. Who is the smartest?
smartest.
The smartest this one.
3, 2, 1.
Go.
Instinct again.
I thought about Philip.
Him and Flynn and Philip were the 3
That's
that I was
what I
thinking.
thought too.
Who was the worst dancer?
Who would most likely fall?
Oh yeah, I know. Duh, Bob.
Go. I say Ralph.
Maui
Huh.
is so.
I almost said Ralph. I could not decide.
He is humongous, but Ralph has huge hands.
Yeah,
But and huge feet. He is disproportioned.
Who is the most dignified?
No, I know who this is. Give me my man.
3, 2, 1.
Go.
You're a prince already, man. You live in the 14th century. This makes you dignified, and plus you fought a dragon who nobody else did.
A dragon
You're my
dragon.
man. My man Philip.
Who is the most happy?
Happy.
Oh,
Jeepers.
There are a number of happy people here.
Oh, jeepers. Go. Sorry, Josiah.
I was stuck between Flynn and Philip.
Yeah,
Flynn's
general
general
demeanor,
demeanor is really happy too, but I think part of his happy demeanor
Is
at least,
fake.
is part of his fake.
That's why I
So
wasn't.
that's why I had to go with
That's
Philip.
probably.
Who is most likely to
I know who
underestimate
that-
himself?
I know who that is not.
Underestimate.
Go.
I think in general might be Ralph.
I almost picked Ralph too.
Something about Len, I was like.
My name is Aladdin and I underestimate myself.
Who is the best dancer?
Best dancer.
I think I have 2 options.
Go.
Miss.
I was thinking about Philip too. I decided Flynn might have more variety in his dancing.
That's what I thought. I bet you he could ballroom dance, but I bet he could do all sorts of dances.
Who was the most educated? Well, I know
Well,
it's
it's not him.
Go.
It was him or Eric.
The reason I went with Philip in the end for most learned is because I felt like you watch the movies and you feel like he is training to be something.
Yeah.
He's there. He plays with his dog and he has birthday parties.
Who is the most likely to overestimate himself?
Over.
So, okay, we got a couple down here.
Okay.
Everybody's trying to pick between the same 2 people. Tell us in the comments below who you think it is.
Go.
I hate to say it, but I think it might be Flynn.
Who is the most street smart?
Same old 2 people.
Yeah.
Man, they're so close.
3, 2, 1.
Go.
In the end, I went with Flynn because
He's older.
So I
Yeah.
figured he's been doing this for longer, so he ought to know more than Aladdin.
Who is most likely to make you cry?
Cry.
Who's most likely to give
What?
you a pathetic sad story?
There are different ways they could make you cry,
Yeah.
so that's what makes it hard.
Go.
This ugly thing.
I said Aladdin because I felt more like it might be more personal. Put yourself in Jasmine's position and put yourself in Moana's position. In which scenario are you more likely
This
to
isn't
cry?
about being Moana. This is about being, I'm on a date with Maui and you just insulted my hair. Because he would be the kind of person who doesn't care what people think and just says mean things.
Yeah, well, I was talking about the backstory.
That's a hard question then.
Yeah.
The
I was going to
actor,
change my answer.
the actor, we can't change actors.
Aw.
I can't change actors. Heather.
Who would make the best lawyer?
Not him.
This is a tough one.
Not for me.
Go.
The street smart dude.
He has the best blend of street smarts, charm, and just cleverness that he's your lawyer. If I was in
Yeah.
trouble, I'm like, Flynn, bail me out.
Might not he say something that would get him charged with contempt of court?
Who is the most likely to procrastinate?
To be lazy?
Yes.
There's no good answer.
I got mine. I didn't feel like that was too hard.
Go.
This was like, I gotta pick something.
But look, everything's easy for you. If you like, I saved the world.
What's trying to do
Right.
that?
Hey, I can do anything I want. Sit there. Boom.
He was kind of procrastinating for 10 years, locked up in his castle. I don't know what he was doing.
Like, if you went to the village to like learn a trade, you're freaking out.
Who would be the best in combat?
Best in combat.
Yeah. I think I got this.
I got this one.
Go.
If you can fight a dragon and win, and he threw the sword, he had a good aim.
Well, it's kind of a big target.
Aim.
Who is most likely to win the Nobel Peace Prize?
For doing something
Cheaper.
smart,
Go.
you get Nobel Peace Prize for fighting the dragon.
Thank you for all the fans. Thanks to Aurora for giving me a reason to fight the dragon. Thank you. If it weren't for you, I would have no one to clap for me.
Who is most likely to lie to you?
There's a problem here.
Okay.
Go.
This whole time he
Tell
lied.
her the truth.
Who is most likely to get all the groceries in one trip?
You.
Go.
You know why I chose him instead of Maui? Because he has big hands.
Who would be the most handy around the house?
Handy.
Like doing what? None of them look like they can fix anything.
This is a hard one.
Yeah.
None of these people
Gonna help around the house?
handyman.
Go.
He looks like he would help around the house.
Wow, alternate answers.
He just looks like a helpful guy.
Who is the most likely to get a speeding ticket?
And the people who are discounted first are all the responsible people.
These are my options here.
Go.
You can accidentally get a speeding ticket.
My gut told me go with Flynn. So
I mean, Maui couldn't even fit in the car.
Who would be the best gardener?
Who spends their time outside?
Go.
The man who likes to spend his time outdoors.
I don't know why I said this, but I was a freak, and that's why I went this.
I think it's Eric because he's out in the sea. I think he likes to be outside.
Well, he spent his entire life outside.
In the desert.
Who is the most creative?
I have my instinct. I know who he is.
Go.
My man.
He's my man.
Who is the dimmest?
The dimmest? The dumbest? Who
Hands
is the
down.
dumbest? I'm not sure who is the dumbest. He's not the dumbest. He can't be the dumbest. This is not possible to be the dumbest.
Boy, you got a big leg.
Ah!
Hey, they're not very squishy.
Ah!
Go.
I'll just say Ralph.
I almost said Eric because
Why?
I felt like
My helpful man!
the whole Ariel thing,
Not the whole
recognizing
time.
the first girl by the sea. It's like you think
Oh.
he would know that something strange was going on here.
Who would be the best with kids?
The best with kids.
That's hard.
No.
There are a lot of them, I think, that might actually.
Yeah, and I'm with two of them, and I'm not sure which.
3, 2, 1.
Go.
I think he'd be great with kids, but the reason I was really close to picking Aladdin was because the kids, when he gave the bread to the kids,
Last question. Who is the most sensitive?
who would weep if I told them their socks were ugly?
Well, again, it's sensitive in what way? Because that's a different type of sensitive than somebody who, for instance, sympathizes or empathizes with you. Let's say someone who empathizes with other people.
I can't do this. I'm gonna crack.
3, 2, 1.
Go.
Who'd you say?
Fine.
I almost said Aladdin. I don't even know why.
For him, I felt like, you know, if I sat down with him and said, Ralph, I feel sort of just like you. And then he would probably would have started crying too.
I think we should stop
Alright.
it because it'll take a few minutes to add it all up.
Okay. We shall return with the final score.
I'm Heather, and I go first. Josiah,
Yes.
tell me, who am I going out on a date with? Who am I dating right now? Who should I date?
Flynn.
I'm gonna date Flynn!
Go on my date.
The nearest was Philip. Eric only ended up with 1 point. Aladdin had -3.
Oh, I am not dating Aladdin.
Maui had -3 and Ralph had -2. So,
Wow!
according to this thing, you're more likely to date Ralph than Aladdin.
Who is Kelly dating?
It is going to be a double date. You have Flynn Rider.
Oh, for the thing, she got 2 people on tie?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. Oh, we double date.
Well, Eric and the Beast were tied at 0. Aladdin and Ralph were tied at -1. And Maui was the leading all to himself at -4.
Because Maui's just like, oh! Who is called up Megan's date? Who's
Okay.
Megan's date?
Philip with 7 points.
Oh, there we go. That's not bad.
That's not bad. He's good looking too.
The nearest one was Flynn with 6, and then 3rd place was Aladdin with 2, 4th place was Eric with 1. If you
Maui
combine
is like-
the 3 people's scores together, Maui ended up with -12.
For that question, who do you think is the most good looking? Whatever we answer, that's what we
That's
got.
who we got.
Me and Heather are going out with Flynn Rider. I don't know how that's gonna work. Megan's going out with Philip. Seems to fit for some reason.
Why'd you get your face so close to my hand? Why did you stick your hand in my face?
Thank you for watching, and you can subscribe, and comment and like and things like that. That's the cool thing to do. And while you're doing that, I will be out for a night with the town with my man over here. And
Which
just your-
Disney prince would you date?
Yeah, which one would you
totally.
date? How would you answer the question?
And thank you to Josiah for.
Wave your hand. Even though it took 5 hours to log up the points.
See ya, bye.
Ciao, peace.
Bye. Say bye, everybody. Even Josiah.